Hello all sentient beings and welcome to the Transmissions Podcast, where we talk all Hasbro, Takara, and third-party Transformers! On this episode of Transmissions, Irontrans shows off renders of their G1 Victory Leo. Lemon Tree Toys has a Decepticon Battleship from the 1986 animated movie on the way, and Flame Toys has a new G1 Optimus Prime. Today is Wednesday, January 22nd, 2020, and this is episode 365 of Transmissions.
Welcome to Transmissions, the podcast that knows the best way to achieve the revolution is by injecting leftist propaganda into any and all Transformers podcasts. I'm your host, Charles, aka Big C, and I'm joined by the excellent Transmissions team. Jeremy, aka Yakko.
Hey, how you doing?
And Daryl, the Cybertronian Beast.
Hey, how's it going? Vote Trump! Let's talk Transformers.
All right. As always, we begin by thanking our Donatreons, those beautiful people who give us money and support us on Patreon and PayPal. Thank you for all the help you give us. You help us keep the show going. And this week, after it's been a while, but we got a new Donatreon this week. So thank you to Ron.
Hey.
Oh, holy shit nuggets.
Ring the bell.
Oh no.
That was probably loud.
That was Oh.
Charles told me to.
We've become a morning show. A radio morning show, Jeremy. Oh. So
we should have left the soundboard unplugged.
Yes.
But thank you, Ron, for supporting us and adding your name to the list of Donatrons. We hope you get your money's worth. There's lots of exclusive content to listen to, so go back into that back catalog. And there's new stuff coming up very soon with the Empire of Rust special set of episodes that we recorded with Mike. So look forward to that. It's coming soon. And I think we'll have more stuff coming down the pike as the year goes on. Also, we've got the monthly Toy Hacks drawing, where you can get a $10 gift code just by being a Transmissions Donatreon. You could still enter that if you are not a Donatreon. You just got to send an email to contest@transmissionspodcast.com and tell us, show us a picture of a Transformers toy you would like to get some stickers on from Toy Hacks. So send those emails in before the end of the month, and then you'll be added into the drawing. But you lucky Donatrons, you don't have to do any of that work. You are just automatically entered every month. So Ron, you have joined that group. And thank you again for supporting us.
Mm-hmm. Thanks, Ron.
If anyone else would like to join the club, just go to transmissionspodcast.com/support, and there you'll find all the links to do that. All right. As also, we still have our merchandise store up. So that's at transmissionspodcast.com/shop. You can get some Transmissions themed t-shirts at TeePublic.com. And you can also check out our friend K-Girl and her store at tpublic.com/user/superstark. She's got some awesome artwork.
Hey, Charles.
Yes?
I was looking at TeePublic, and I was hoping that there was going to be a sale soon. Do you know if there's a sale coming up?
I'm glad you asked, Daryl, because there is, in fact, a sale happening right now. So as of
That's amazing.
I know, it's like you're psychic, Daryl.
I have special powers.
Special powers of reading our show notes doc. But yes, this Wednesday, the day this podcast goes live, January 22nd through January 26th, there is a giant site-wide sale for TeePublic. Everything is 35% off, and that means all your regular t-shirts are $13. So if you do not have a Transmissions cert, or if you just like to get another one, or you want to give it as a gift, all those things are possible. Just go to transmissionspodcast.com/shop, and you've got a hefty discount on everything at TeePublic. So, and you don't have to just buy Transmission stuff. You can buy anything from TeePublic. If you just do it through our link, that still helps out the show. So
I will say the sweatshirts are nice and warm.
They are. Winter is coming. Or it's
Winter's
already
here.
here.
Winter's here and it's freezing.
Yep. So yeah, lots of cool stuff at TeePublic. Just be sure to use that transmissions link and help us out. Transmissionspodcast.com/shop. Have I said it enough times?
Yes.
And the last bit of info before we move on to the toys. I just want to remind you that Empire of Rust episode 15 is out now. Buses and Boulevards. That went live on Monday, just a couple of days ago, so it should already be in your feed. If you are not subscribed to Empire of Rust, just go to transmissionspodcast.com/rust, and you can get that show. Although if you are subscribed to the main Transmissions feed, you should get it automatically, so hope you enjoy that. All right, so let's do what we all came to do, talk about some toys.
All right, and what I got for us this week is a companion piece to the one that I think I talked about last week, which is Irontrans IRV-02 King Leo. It's their G1 Victory Leo, and it's just renders now, but we just talked about their Starsaber figure last week, and they did mention in that story that they were working on a Victory Leo. And here it is. So they've put up some pictures of what it's going to look like, and it looks pretty damn good. So yes, they are just renders, but you want to know if you're going to invest in a Starsaber, you're going to want to know that a Victory Leo is coming. So it looks really good. It looks exactly like you'd want it to look as far as a Victory Leo goes. You've got 3 modes, obviously robot mode, lion mode, and then it's got its spaceship jet mode thing. It's a weird plane. But yeah, the main aspect of this thing is the ability to combine 2 Starsaber to make a Victory Saber. And they've got the third picture here is a render of that combination, and it just looks really badass. So yeah, I think it looks really good. As I mentioned last week when we were talking about Starsaber, this is something that I probably would avoid, seeing as I already have Masterpiece Starsaber and the KFC Simba figure. So they accomplished the exact same thing. It would be interesting to see, because these are both figures made by the same company, so their aesthetics would be very similar, and they're made to go together. So yeah, guys, what are your thoughts on a standalone Victory Leo and the images of the combined Victory Saber? Charles?
It looks good. I mean, Victory Leo and Starsaber are not characters that I am super excited about or familiar with, but these guys do look good. I think I said last week I'd like to see a comparison between this guy or these 2 guys and the ones you just mentioned, the Masterpiece Starsaber, and what was the third party company that made
the
it?
KFC one, Simba.
Okay, this KFC Simba. So yeah, I just like to see like a side by side comparison of both of those. But I guess we're probably going to be waiting a little while for that, since if these are just renders, they probably really haven't even started production of this guy yet. So, but it does look good. The pictures on TFW are a little small, so it's hard for me to see a lot of detail. But they look good.
Yeah, right on. Jeremy, at some point, I mean, I know that we're not all big into the Japanese, storylines and the characters that came along with it, but at some point you just got to give it up to a big frickin' robot, don't you?
Oh yeah, definitely. I was just looking at the TF Wiki thing for Victory Leo to see the G1 toy. Looks so much better than the G1 toy.
Oh sure, yeah, of course. They were bricks. Yeah.
I mean, this one keeps kind of the brick aesthetic, but you can tell it's actually posable.
Yeah,
and it looks like it, but it's not. I like this. It looks like it has a lot of that, the G1 look to it, even though it's the bigger Masterpiece scale. And like Charles, I'm not very familiar with the character and the fiction and stuff behind Victory Leo, but just as a figure, I think it looks great. The combined mode, I think, looks really good. So I'm interested to see this when it's actually, in plastic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, me too. Right on. If any of our listeners out there are interested in this, let us know, because like I said, I don't think Charles or Jeremy are going to be getting this thing, and I've already got an equivalent to this. But if you're looking at this thinking that you're interested, let us know, and we'd definitely be interested in seeing pictures of it if you do end up getting it. Right on. But yeah, guys, that's what I brought to the show this week. Jeremy, what do you got for us?
I have a few toys that we've like through the holidays and stuff, we haven't really had a chance to follow these. So we have 3 toys here from Lemon Tree, which is a new company. The first one, this was announced back in December. It is LT01 Lemon Prime, which is their Bumblebee movie Optimus Prime. I'm thinking that name's going to probably have to change. But, this is a very movie accurate Optimus Prime to the Bumblebee movie mold, which I think we all agree is probably one of the best movie Prime designs they've done. It looks like, looks like this has rubber tires. It's got the classic, box front truck mode. I think looks really good. Interested to see this when it's colored. The next one we have is the LT02 Neutron Star, and this is the Bumblebee movie Starscream. And it, from the robot mode, you would think that it's Blitzwing. These are uncolored, but if you look at the alt mode, it's actually a Tetrajet. So it's nice to see how they're kind of making use of that whole name kerfuffle and actually making this into Starscream. Sure, it's going to be painted just like Starscream. So before we get on to the last one, what do you guys think of these two? Daryl? I
like them. I think they're really good. The Optimus Prime is going to have a tough time because Studio Series 38 is just a wicked figure. And like we were talking about during the survey show, it's already getting knockoffs and oversized figures made of it. So regardless of a figure like this Lemon Tree one is going to have, whether it's got its really good quality or not, the market's going to be flooded with Studio Series repaints and knockoffs and whatnot.
It's going to be hard to compete on the price.
Right. I like it though. The cab over truck design is is not easy to do when you're trying to do something like this. There's a lot of greeble to kind of fit into that one spot, and the G1 toy made it easy. There was a lot of space in that design. These newer designs are more difficult. The long-nosed truck, the long-nosed front had a lot more space to work with. So they're doing a lot with these limited space on these designs.
Yeah.
The Starscream is a really cool looking figure, and it looks just like the one that appeared in Bumblebee movie, but that was a jet, and this one here is this Tetrajet looking thing, and so they're doing some really cool things with a completely different alt mode. So I like it. I think it looks really neat. We, like you said, I don't think we have any prices on any of these yet, so it's cool. I'm looking forward to seeing what they do with this. Obviously, this Starscream design can be repainted a buttload of times. So, yeah, it's cool. I like it.
Charles, what do you think?
All right, everything Daryl said times 2. Basically, I pretty much agree with everything Daryl said. The Prime is good, but I think the Studio Series Prime is pretty good already, so that's kind of redundant. But the Starscream is really unique. I mean, like Daryl said, it's the Blitzwing robot from the movie, but the Tetrajet alt mode, and I think it's a really well designed Tetrajet, much better than the War for Cybertron Siege Tetrajets.
Yeah, it's actually got all 3 wings.
Yeah.
I like how it does. I mean, it doesn't really look exactly like any of the Tetrajets we've seen, but it does have a very alien feel to it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's more rounded, but I think that fits the aesthetic of the movies. So I think it looks good. Yeah, I think it's a really nice addition. I mean, the fact that they're I think third party works best when they tackle things that Hasbro is generally not going to do or passing on. I think it's third party gets kind of redundant if they're just basically copying existing Hasbro designs, just with the 50% more detail.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
that's kind of what I feel too. Show us something different.
And to expand on that, I honestly think that third party shines when they're challenged, right? Because I think that that most recent toy show that happened, I think it was the Chinese one, the Toy World stole the show with that one, with the third party, or their, what was it, the toy show, the Toy World triple changing Shatter, right?
Yeah.
And that's just one that just blew my mind, because Hasbro's not trying to do it, and nobody else seems to be wanting to try and do it. But Toy World said, "Yeah, we'll do it." And yeah, sure, it's got tiny wheels, but it completely does all three transformations and looks great in all three modes. And yeah, I think that's cool. And it's a challenge. I don't blame them for it. But when you tell third party that they can't do something, then yeah, they're going to show you that they can.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, let's wrap this up with something else that Hasbro hasn't really shown really any interest in doing. And this is LT03 Purple Potato.
I love the names.
Yeah. Well, this is a much better name than Lemon Prime. That one was just lazy. But this is the basically Galvatron Ship from Transformers the movie. Hence the potato shape of kind of the main body of that ship.
Yeah.
But not sure if this transforms. We really have just kind of a couple pictures and a CG render. I'm seeing some kind of places where I think it might open up, but I'm wondering if this is like something that will be an accessory to a future Galvatron, or I'm not sure exactly what this would be. But it's a nice looking version of that ship. Daryl, are you interested in any potatoes?
I like potatoes, not purple, but this is something that's really kind of cool. Nobody's ever done the ships, right? Transformers has had some really iconic ships, and they're just put to the sidelines because the figures and the characters have always taken the majority of the limelight. But there's some really iconic ships here, and honestly, I wouldn't want it to transform. I think it'd be really cool. I wouldn't want it to be expensive either, though, if it's just going to be a piece of molded plastic. But yeah, I think this would be a really cool display piece for a couple displays. I wouldn't want it to be too big, right? But yeah, I don't know. I think it'd be really cool.
What if it transformed into like a weapon or a base mode?
I don't know. I think a base mode might be cool, but I honestly, I can see where you're talking about with the joint connections, but I worry that they're going to try and turn it into like a character, like this is going to turn into a Galvatron or something stupid like that, right? Like, it's got the proper shape that they could actually turn it into a Galvatron. Like, it kind of looks like his alt mode.
You can hide a lot of stuff in that, center rear part.
Yeah. So I hope that they don't, because I'd like it to just be just a display piece, right? But that again would want to be really cheap, right? I don't want it to be super expensive, like $20, 25 max. But yeah, because you could get the Arc, and you could get the Arc 2, and
Junkion ship.
Of course, you can get all those ships. Oh man, can you imagine the Quintesson ship? That'd be so sick. Yeah, so I mean, there's not a lot of ships, but they're really cool. So yeah, I hope it doesn't transform. Kind of looks like it does, but yeah, this will be neat to kind of follow.
Charles, you're getting Unicron. I think you might need to get this too. What do you think?
Well, they're doing a Galvatron ship with the Unicron as an accessory, but it's really tiny. So this is probably much better looking and much more detailed than what they're packaging with Unicron.
This just in, thanks to DJ Ronan in our Discord. He posted a link here where it does transform. It transforms into Shockwave with a glowing blue eye.
That's a shame.
Interesting.
it's a better spaceship mode than we've seen from Shockwave from Hasbro.
It's true.
I don't mind that. I mean, I still feel like Transformers related toys need to have some gimmicks, have some, some playability. So the fact that they built a robot mode into this, I think, it's intriguing a little bit. I mean, even though it is, the Decepticon ship never turned into Shockwave, we're pretty sure about that. But I think, that could be something that just would increase the playability of this piece. But I guess that also is trying to justify the cost of whatever they're going to charge for this, because they're definitely not charging $20 for this thing. So
I don't think the interest would really be there on a mass scale for just the ship. So they do need to have a gimmick to try to get, the Shockwave fans would probably get it, and the ship fans would like to get it. And, you probably have enough there to justify making it.
Right. Yeah. So, I mean, this is probably something that's not for me, but I would like to, I'd like to see the full color version and just see how it looks, how it turns out. But yeah.
All right. Well, that is all I got. Charles, what do you have?
All right. So we talked about the Flame Toys Farai model G1 Optimus Prime of I think a couple months ago. And we now have some full color official images of this model kit that is supposed to be coming out in April. And this looks really good. It's, for anyone who is a fan of G1 Optimus Prime, this is like the most articulated figure. I think this is the one you put together, the kit you put together. So you'll have fun putting it together, and then he's got so much posability. He's got accessories. He comes with his energy axe. You can even, they have him in the pose where he's clasp his hands together to deliver the knockout blow to Megatron. Looks like he's got a matrix too, and is it? Or is he just opening his chest?
Looks like there might be an LED light in there.
I think it's just molded into his chest, the matrix.
Okay.
Yeah, but look in the middle. It looks kind of like there's a little light. I doubt it's an actual light, but
yeah, maybe light.
Maybe it's
piping?
like a clear little circle.
Just a little crystal. Chest crystal.
He's got his gun. He's got lots of different hands for different poses he can do. So you get a lot of playability, even though he doesn't transform with this figure. So it's nice. I'm still I haven't picked up the IDW Autobot Megatron yet. That's the one I still am looking for. But this one, if you're more of the G1 fan, this is coming out in April. It's $40, and it'll be $40 and 40 movable joints. So
wow,
it's an interesting coincidence. So it's a good figure, I think. What do you think, Daryl?
I like it. These things are starting to grow on me. Obviously, having put together the Megatron definitely helped. The posability of it is really cool. You're getting a lot more posability out of this than you are some of the modern toys. So if you're looking to make some really cool poses and take some cool pictures, then these are probably some of the more this is probably something that's more interesting to you than some of the figures. But I'm looking to get some of those figure stands. I don't have any of those, so it'd be cool. I want to do some of these. I like the jump shots where he's in the air and pose like a ballerina kind of thing. But he looks cool. My daughter sees the pictures of Spider-Man like that and calls Spider-Man a ballerina when he's all contorted. But it's cool. He looks really awesome, and the paintwork on him, it's just going to be plastic. It looks great.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm a big fan.
Jeremy, what do you think of this guy?
I like it overall. I see one big mistake.
Uh-oh.
It needs to come with a little basketball. It doesn't. Because I could see with the posability, you could have him with a little basketball hoop dunking the ball.
Is he
Look,
driving
Spike,
for a
I'm
layoff?
going for a... Oh, you beat me to it. You beat me to it.
I'm driving for a layoff.
That's back when Prime was funny. When Prime had dad jokes.
Yeah.
But I like it. I've put together the IDW Optimus, and I have the Megatron one just sitting waiting for me to put it together. But these kits are great. I think that this is going to be another great one. Although now they've done, 4 different Optimuses. They need to move on to some of the other characters. I think they've milked this one as probably about as much as you can.
Mm-hmm.
It's a completely different design, though, right?
It is, but now they've done their stylized one. They've done the IDW one. They've done this one.
Mm-hmm.
They've done the IDW one that's not the model kit, just it's already put together.
Right.
I want to see some of the other characters.
Well, it's not in our rundown for tonight, but they did announce a Devastator one.
Oh, we talked about that before.
We've talked about that a few weeks.
Oh.
Keep up.
Remember when we talked about the Devastator one? All right. Well, yeah. So that is the Flame Toys Farai G1 model G1 Optimus Prime kit. Look forward to that in a couple of months, probably at your local Barnes and Noble. And my last topic is basically confirmation for all those Earthrise rumors we talked about earlier, because we have an image of the official box art for the Earthrise figures coming up. And this box art, you can clearly see a bunch of characters who were mentioned as in those Walmart listings. So we see the Quintesson, we see Double Dealer, and we see RC. I think those are all the new characters we see there. The rest are all ones we've seen before, but I think this is a good indication that probably those listings were accurate. So also this artwork does show the Nemesis chasing the Ark, just like the classic G1 cartoon series started off, and then the Ark crashing into Earth. So I find it interesting that they juxtapose those images with, on one hand, you have Unicron in the far background and then the Quintessons. So I'm curious to see where they're going with the Earthrise storyline, if it's basically from looking at G1 as starting on Earth and then going all the way up to the movie in 2005, I guess. That it seems like that's a large chunk to do in one toy line, but it looks it looks like they're or maybe they're reworking it where the Quintessons somehow come to Earth or Unicron follows them to Earth or something. I don't know. I have no idea. So
let's hope this
maybe
is all in the Netflix
we'll get
series.
Well, the Netflix series is probably only going to do the Siege thing, right? They're probably going to break it up into a trilogy where season 2 will be Earthrise. So we'll have to wait another year for that one. But maybe we'll get some more information at Toy Fair too. I don't know. But yeah. So Jeremy, what do you think of this image and the promise of what we're getting in this image here?
I like it, especially these other images here where someone put one of the red decoders and you can see the word Micron there, and then in the other image you can see a Galvatron. I think these are great little ways of getting the information out to the fans. I like how they're expanding the playability of these these new toys, and I'm looking forward to seeing exactly what they're going to do with the Quintessons. We've seen, I think, the Cyberverse Quintessons, and I'm just wondering what they're going to do here, because that's a very scary looking Quintesson.
Yeah, I saw that toy in my local Target this weekend, and I almost bought it, but it's still Cyberverse toys are still not they're not the highest quality, even though it is an official Quintesson.
Yeah, they're more for my kids' age.
Yeah. But I wonder if that means we're going to get Quintessons in the Cyberverse show next year, because that could be interesting too.
We've gotten all the other gimmicks.
Well, Daryl, what do you think of these upcoming toys for Earthrise?
Oh, I'm excited for them. There's, Siege has been just fantastic, and I have no doubt that Earthrise will be more of the same. A Quintesson, the face that you guys see here is just great. It's one of the kind of questions that I've been asking myself if I do find the Cyberverse one in the store. I haven't yet, but if I do, will I buy it because of the rumor of that we see here and the ones we've talked about before being in the Walmart listings and whatnot? Will the Quintesson, will it be like the one from the 86 movie, or will it be some other kind of dumb thing? I don't know. So I'd hate to lose out on an official Quintesson and for something that they kind of try to pass off as one in the Earthrise line. But I have faith in John Warden and what he's doing over there. So I'm assuming that whatever we get in Earthrise is going to be pretty cool and not dumb. But as far as the other stuff, Trailbreaker, Double Dealer, those are all going to be great. I'm sure of it. Yeah, I'm excited for it. Earthrise is going to be awesome.
And I wonder if this means we're going to be getting those little red plastic decoders in the Earthrise packaging that we can actually use, like, just like back in G1 where each figure came with that little red decoder.
We can use it on the G1 reissues so they don't include the decoders with.
That would be nice. Yeah. So yeah, Earthrise, the main line is getting exciting again with these teases of new figures, and yeah, again this makes me a little bit more excited for Toy Fair coming up in just less than a month or so.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right, well that's it for my toy topics, and that will do it for the toy segment. So let's move on to some trips to the store. And this is where we show off all the awesome Transformers merchandise we picked up this week. We do this as a YouTube video so you can see everything we got in beautiful high definition. We also put the audio right here in the show so you can continue to listen and hear us describe our purchases in loving detail. So without further ado, trips to the store.
The Transmissions Podcast will return after these messages.
All right, let's talk about the stuff we got this week. And I think I'll go first because I have the smallest little guy. Daryl already showed him.
Size doesn't matter. That's what they tell me.
Well, Daryl already showed him off a few weeks ago, but I was lucky enough to get my own version of Rung. It's Rung. And this is a cool little figure. Made famous in More Than Meets the Eye comic and Lost Light. He's really the design is really nice. It does really fit in with the More Than Meets the Eye comic. He's got all the little touches there. It's much more than I thought he'd get in the Hasbro toy official line. So I'm happy that they made this figure. Also, I did not find this figure in the stores, so I had one of our awesome Donatrions gift this to me. And thank you, huge thanks to Dr. Pants. Dr. Pants messaged me and said, "Hey, I found this guy in Walmart. You still looking for him?" I said, "Yes, I am." And he said, "Okay, I got him for you, and I'm sending him your way." So
you doctors always working the back deal.
That Dr. Pants. I heard you need a prescription. A prescription for Rung. Here you go.
Yes, the doctor is in. Thank you, Dr. Pants.
Are you going to display that with Unicron when you get it? So you can have Primus and Unicron?
Yeah. Yeah, it's like David and Goliath. I'll be like, "Yeah, come on, Unicron, come on. I got lasers on my feet. I'll take care of you. I can generate matrices." Yeah. But yeah, Rung. It's Rung. Again, thank you to Dr. Pants. That's awesome. I offered to pay for him, but Dr. Pants said it was considered a late Christmas gift. So you're awesome, Dr. Pants. Your pants are awesome. Thank you.
Oh, boy.
All right, that's all I got this week. Lots of heartfelt thanks to Dr. Pants. So, Daryl, what did you get?
This week I am going to complete something. The figure is complete, but I am completing a small set of figures. This is the final figure that I needed for my Autobot contingent of Euro G1s. This is Rodef Storm.
Oh.
And he's pretty awesome. Yeah, he's got all the missiles, he's got all his guns, and he's neat. So yeah, he's gonna go in the case there with Thunderclash and the cars and yeah, so he's pretty awesome. So yeah, he's neat. I don't want to transform him right now because to be perfectly honest, I haven't done it yet. And I'm not entirely sure how it's done. It doesn't look like it's very difficult, but I want to be a little bit more focused when I'm doing it. So, yeah. But Rodef Storm, Euro G1, Autobot contingent, done. So I'm pretty happy about that.
Rodef Storm was a character in Last Stand of the Wreckers.
Yeah, I knew that.
He died very early in the series, and I think in the first issue he made that joke about Wreckers combine, and then Overlord laughed and then shot his head off.
Gotcha. So. I forgot that part.
Well, it's very cool, Daryl. I think I got Machine Wars Sandstorm, which is the same mold as that guy.
Yeah. So that's the only time that this guy got over here. So yeah, so I wanted the Euro G1 version, so I chased it down.
Nice. All right, Jeremy. Well, take us home.
I was telling Daryl before that I completed wave 1 of something. I don't think I've ever done that before. I have been talking about these for a while now. I got the entire wave 1 of the WizKids Transformer miniatures. This one's here's Bumblebee, and then here's Starscream, and obviously Starscream can be painted to be any Seeker. I do like that they have the colors you're going to need for that particular figure on the back. That's nice and very helpful for someone like me who has never painted one of these before. And then I have Megatron, which I started. I didn't have a light gray, and I tried to make a gray. I didn't do a good job. I'm going to have to redo the gray on him. But
yeah,
the fusion cannon is nice. I do like the face sculpts on these. They're good.
It's Stealth Megatron.
Yeah, there you go.
Right.
But the one that I have finished here, and I think I did a fairly decent job, was Optimus.
Oh,
cool.
Very nice.
That's cool.
I can send Daryl some better pictures that he can put in the video.
Nope.
Okay, sorry. I'm trying to hold it straight here. So, like, when you actually have some time to spend painting these, it's actually kind of relaxing. I liked it.
We'll put the pictures on the Transmissions Twitter. Jeremy,
yeah, there we go.
So people can see them.
And yeah, I mean, these things are great.
I might edit them in.
They've added or they've announced Wave 2, which you can actually see on the back of some of the boxes here. Like the back of Bumblebee shows RC, she's in Wave 2, and then Megatron shows Rumble and Laserbeak.
Okay, cool.
And then they come with these little discs that they can stand on. There's no peg on it, even though they all have in one of their feet, they have a hole for a peg. And then they also come with these stickers, where I think they're kind of like water tattoo things, faction symbols. And so I should have gotten this out ahead of time. So it comes with, like, I guess these are Megatrons. So it comes with the regular colored for Autobot and Decepticon, the red and purple. And then, depending on which figure you have, it comes with the shattered glass version of the faction symbol. Like, this has a red Decepticon logo. Optimus came with a purple Autobot logo. So
cool.
I thought that was neat.
So it assumes you're going to repaint some of these things into different things.
Probably.
I like that.
And then
Cool.
I don't know what the difference between the yellow paper and the white paper. Optimus is
One is yellow and one is white.
Yeah.
Maybe one's a sticker and one is like a water-based thing.
I think they all are, but I think
all are what?
I think they all are the water based. That's what it says. Water slide decals. Oh no, some more stickers. There you go. You're right. Optimus.
Daryl knows his decals.
He does. Optimus's I don't have up here, but he actually has, in addition to those 3, he has a 4th that's just a like the white outline Autobot logo. And I think that's going to be what I end up using.
Cool.
But
still just use Ripple labels.
It's really small, so you have to get some really small Ripple labels. And I have a sheet of Autobot logos. I'll see. I haven't pulled out my train yet, but I think these are going to be a pretty good scale to have displayed next to the train because they're supposed to be kind of bigger than people and stuff. So
right,
I'm excited. I'm looking forward to getting more of these. I think I will at least get Wave 2. I might get some more Seekers. I don't know. I think I might also actually want to get another Optimus and do a Nemesis version.
For any of our Canadian listeners out there, find these in Canada. I don't know where they're supposed to show up, if they're going to come to Canada at all, but if they show up in Canada somewhere, let me know, because I'm interested in picking some of these up. They're dirt cheap.
Yeah, they're $5 US.
Which should be around $7.50 Canadian, right? So I mean, I'll buy them all for that price, and whether or not I paint them is one thing. But my daughter would love them, so like I'll buy a bunch of these things just because they're so cheap. But I just need to find them. So
I found these at a gaming store where they sold other like Dungeons and Dragons miniatures and stuff like that. Because that's what WizKid.
Maybe I'll try that.
I saw on Facebook someone found them at a comic store, so it might be something that your comic shop can order.
Yeah, well, there's a couple places in town here that do gaming, so maybe I'll check them out too. But I fear that I'm going to be, fighting a DJ Ronan and a Dogcades for the London supply.
Well, and I was actually the store I got them from. I pre-ordered through them, and they actually gave me a little discount. So for Wave 2. Might want to see if there's a pre-order discount.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, that's what I got this week, and you'll probably see these more as I paint. So, that's it.
Doing the Daryl double dip, huh?
Hey, I'm not ashamed.
It's probably the only thing you can get away with because they're less than the price of lunch.
Right. Yeah, and I definitely have to show off this after I fix the colors on Megatron.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's it for Trips to the Store.
We now return to the Transmissions podcast.
All right, we're back from our trips to the store, and we will finish up the show with convention news.
All right, only one thing in convention news this week, and it is the first exclusive for DairyCon 2020. You guys
awesome.
Thought I wasn't going to mention DairyCon stuff?
I figure I can't imagine. What is this thing called? Like cow something? What is it? What's some kind of weird name this
Wintergreen
thing's got?
Soldier, and it is a like mint green G1 Bumblebee.
They've been buying up all the bumblebees in the store.
I don't know if it's one of the reissues repainted or
definitely
what.
has. It's got the face of it.
Oh, it does. It has a new face.
Yep. They've just been buying up all the ones in the store.
I never saw it in the store, so
that's why.
Yeah.
You want one? Here you go.
So I don't know the background on this guy yet. Usually they give a very humorous background to their exclusives, but I'm looking forward to this. I'm going to be registering for the convention soon.
Wintergreen Soldier.
Yeah.
I expected a much better name than that. I'm let down. I'm disappointed by this name, DairyCon.
Yeah, well, they should have had like one of the arms a different color or something.
I don't know. It's just I expected something with some kind of sexual undertone. That's what they usually do, yeah. Or something cow related. Come on.
The puns have been better. Anyway, DairyCon is April 3rd and 4th at the Cow Palace in Fond du Lac County Fairgrounds in Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. and it's always a lot of fun. It really, it's just the 4th. It's just most everything is on the 4th, so like it can be a one-day thing, and it's a lot of fun. So that is it for convention news.
All right, and that will do it for this episode of Transmissions. Thanks everyone for listening, and we will see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Later.
Hey everyone, thanks for listening to this episode of Transmissions. But just because this episode is over doesn't mean the Transformers fun has to stop. Join us and other Transformers fans on our Discord chat server by visiting transmissionspodcast.com/discord. If you would like to learn more about how you could support the Transmissions podcast, just visit transmissionspodcast.com/support. Thank you all for listening, and we'll see you again next week.
All right, are we ready?
No.
Yeah.
I forgot to actually plug the iPad into the soundboard. The power was plugged in.
Do you want to test it? Make sure it doesn't blow out our
Yes.
eardrums? It's a little low, but it's better than nothing.
I can fix low.
Michael fix it in post anyway.
He will. That's fine. It's
He
still
will,
a little
but,
low, but
you know.
whatever.
Actually, is he? He's not editing this week though.
No?
Oh, there you go. So yeah, we have to have it right.
Bow, but down, bow.
That'll work.
Hold on one second. I got to text my mom because she's calling me, and I got to tell her I'm recording a podcast.
Okay.
Mom,
No, Mom!
I'm recording a podcast.
I'm talking to my friends, Mom! Mom!
At least I don't still live with her.
Just leave the cookies by the door! I want dinner! What's for dinner?
I'm not Cartman, okay, Daryl? Anyway.
Mom! Mom! What do you think of this Starscream, Mom?
Can I talk now?
Yeah, sure. I'm gonna take my ball and go home.